Hi everyone. So ages ago, my friend Mel from Aussie Beauty Talk did a video called Beauty News Maybe Buy It. She created this tag and I thought it was genius because I myself have definitely been influenced by Kat and Hailey for buying things. Since I've been watching them, I definitely have picked up a few products that I've bought because of Beauty News. I would say I'm normally not too impressionable, but when they rave about something, I definitely pay attention. We definitely have some overlapping products, and I think if you are a Beauty News fan and you've been following them, you'll probably know, what products they rave about. So Mel, you're definitely not alone. I'm gonna leave Mel's video in the description bar below. Please go check it out. Please go support her, go say hi, and yeah, let's get into the tag. So first product I want to talk about is this Daiso Puffin sponge. This is the original. I have plenty of backups of this since discovering that they no longer make this and they have kind of like a diluted version of this from what I understand. And I first heard about them talk about it a year and a half ago. I don't know, it was a long time ago. They said that this was amazing to clean sponges with. I decided to pick this up because previously I had been using baby shampoo. Baby shampoo doesn't necessarily get out foundation out of sponges very easily, and so I found this to be a really great option. Back when I used to use sponges quite frequently, I used to use this a lot, but nowadays I do prefer brushes just because I tend to go for sheerer foundations because I kind of like my natural skin to peek through a little bit, especially if I'm having a good skin day, which lately my skin has been doing a lot better. And I just find that, for example, this face and body foundation, if I use it with a sponge, it kind of just disappears. It soaks up all the foundation and it looks strange. I find that brushes with sheer foundations work so much better. But yeah, I find it a real pity that Daiso stopped making this. I feel like they should just keep doing what they're doing if it's a good product, and especially for the price as well. Next product I want to talk about is a oldie but a goodie for sure. This is the Stila Glitter and Glow. Now I have two of them. I have Bronze Bell and Smoldering Satin, which I can't find, but I love these. I think they're fantastic. They were talking about how good these were because they're actually really easy to use. They're glitters, but in a doe foot applicator, so it just makes it less messy, because if you've used glitters before, they just get everywhere and they're really finicky. So I think that having it in this format just makes it so much more accessible, so much more easy to use if you like using glitter, and I think these are gorgeous. I'm gonna actually put this on my eye so you can see what it looks like. I'm sure most of you know what it looks like, but why not? Let's just add a little bit of it. I think it just elevates any look, especially if you've got like, I don't know, like somewhere to go. I just think this adds a lot of impact with very minimal effort. I think anyone can use this. You don't have to be an expert in makeup. It's just kind of like easy to apply because it's a doe foot applicator and just over the eyes. You can blend it out with a brush. I also did actually buy the minis not too long ago, one of their Christmas sets. I think it was not last year, but the year before, and they have dried out. So if you like these, I think that the full size lasts longer than the minis, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed about that. Although I do think these are great products, I'm not particularly keen on adding any more to my collection just because I feel like on the eyes, they probably look similar enough to kind of get away with just having just a few. I mean, they have some crazy colors as well, which I think is cool, but for the most part, I think that these kind of more basic colors are ones that I'd gravitate towards. I don't really need like 20 shades of glitter, really. So yeah, that's why I kind of have been hesitant on buying any more, although I do like this product a lot. And because they're liquid, I don't really want to keep them around for too long, so I'm not planning on buying really anymore. Next product are these Hourglass lipsticks. I have 3 in total, but only 2 cases. I think this came in a Christmas set. Yeah, this was actually quite a recent purchase. I feel like I only bought this, was it last Christmas? I think it was the Christmas before. I can't remember. It's terrible. I have heard Kat and Hailey talk about how this is one of their favorite formulas, so I was super intrigued to try these. And I actually do really like them, although I don't particularly find that these shades are I don't gravitate towards these shades a whole ton. Like I don't tend to wear a lot of berry shades. Obviously there's not much that comes in this product, so it does make it quite an expensive product. They're 50 Australian dollars each, so I guess, I mean, they're kind of the same price as a Pat McGrath lipstick, so you know, they're up there. But I definitely would like to probably pick up more colors that I would wear on a daily basis, like some nudes and maybe a red or something like that. But I think the formula is really nice, very comfortable on the lips, very long wearing, and I think they like the case that it comes in looks really sleek and easy to store, which I like. I might have a look at them in duty free so I can save a bit of money. Another product that Beauty News Made Me Buy is this Too Faced glitter glue. Now, I'm not usually a Too Faced fan, but I ran out of glitter glue and thought I'd try this out. And I actually really think this is a good primer for glitter eyeshadows. I'm using it today. I actually tried to use this from Rouge Bunny Rouge, which is my Frigid pan, and I hate it. So I just removed that and put this over the top. Now, my usual glitter glue is Pixie Epoxy, and Pixie Epoxy is by far cheaper than this. I'll put the price on the screen, but it is probably twice as much. However, this is a lot easier to pick up than Pixie Epoxy, just because I can only get that online. This, I can get it in stores. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything really more to say about this. It's a good primer for glitter eyeshadows. It keeps the eyeshadow on, it makes it just adhere, especially because I do have oily eyelids and a lot of texture on my eyelids. I have all these eyelid folds that I do need a good primer, and this is a good one. So I'm happy with this, and I would repurchase this if I ran out. So next product is one I have in common with Mel, and these are the JD Glow liners. I have the neon ones, I have the metallic ones, I have the Galaxy liners. I love to use these. I just think they add such a beautiful touch to your makeup, especially when you're doing like something very simple, a nude lip, black liner. Just add a bit of, this on top and it just elevates it. They're so fun to use, and whenever I wear them, I get compliments. I had been contemplating about doing a video, but Beauty News has done a video showing swatches and all that, and I don't think I can add anything further to that. So I'm gonna link that in the description below in case you're interested in checking these out. The only downside about these are that JD Glow is a pretty small team, and so I don't think that they can quite keep up their supply with the demand. These are often out of stock, and I think when I last checked on the website, they're all out of stock, which is a real pity because I think they're really good. So I hope they can kind of get onto that and start producing in larger quantities, because I really think that they're onto something. Since buying these, I do believe that they've also improved their formula. So these, I find, work best over a black eyeliner, which it doesn't bother me to add a black liner in the first place, because I do like to get the shape right before I add this on top, because it is a bit gloopy, because if you wear it without black underneath, they're a bit more sheer. But I still think that these are really nice. They're definitely unique to my collection. I've got nothing like this. JD Glow, has really impressed me. So I'm really curious as well to try their pressed duochrome, multi-chrome eyeshadows, but they're again out of stock. Once they're in stock, I'd love to try them, because I really believe that they can bring out good quality products. So that is why I've got so many of them. The neon ones I haven't used as much, just because I find that neon is a little trickier to incorporate in my makeup. The video that I did for the Kaleidos Cosmetics palette, Deep Sea palette, and I wore the pink neon liner in the inner corner. I think that was really beautiful. So if you're curious as to how you can wear it, I think that is a fun way to just add a pop of color. And maybe I should try one of these out. What color? Yellow. This definitely reminds me of like my highlighter. Yellow would look so weird, wouldn't it? Let's try the yellow. I've never actually used this yellow color before, so let's just try it a little bit under here. It's so unusual. You just don't find these colors anywhere. I love that about these. Ooh, my eyes are watering a little bit. So that's what those look like. What I would usually do is add this and then kind of smudge in my eyeshadow, just so that it kind of blends in a little bit. So yeah, it's definitely unusual. Not something I do every day, but I think it's really fun. I've also seen Kat put it here in the inner corner as well. It looks amazing. So next product is another fun product that Beauty News made me buy, and the first time I ever saw this was, I think they spoke about it on their channel obviously, and then they also went to the Mecca Land. It's like an event that happened last year, and you could buy tickets to it and check out new releases, and this is one that they kind of showed on camera, and this looked amazing. This is Prismatic Pedal. I've talked about it numerous times on my channel. I used this for the monochromatic tag by Hannah-Louise Poston. I did a swatch video where I cheek swatched all my highlighters to decide whether or not I was going to keep them, and this one popped up. Of course I wasn't going to get rid of this because it's absolutely stunning. And it is really, really gorgeous. I would not be surprised if brands bring out more highlighters like this. MAC Snow Flushed is one that comes to mind. They sold out really quickly. I'm very glad I managed to get my hands on it, and that beauty news brought it to my attention because, you know, I think it's such a stunning and beautiful highlighter or blush on my skin tone. I don't know if there's any more words, any more, you know, positive words I can say about this highlighter, especially because, you know, if you didn't get your hands on it, it's probably a sore point, so I don't want to go on about it too much. Speaking of highlighters, yes, I did pick up more because of the recommendations. I've got Oh Darling, which is a golden highlighter, and Snow Flushed, which they did a comparison showing that this was pretty much stylishly Mary in a massive pan. So of course I was going to get this. If you want to see a cheek swatch of that, I've got it in that video, the color video, inventory video. I'll put it in the cards in case you want to see that. I also did pick up a couple of other things from the Pretty Shiny Things collection, I think that's what it's called, or Shiny Pretty Things collection. I've got Major Win, P is for Pink, and Make a Wish. These were expensive. These were $40 in Australia, and I have to say I don't really think that they were worth the price. They look quite pretty applied on the hand, but I think they're a bit too gritty on the eyelids. I just feel like it ages my eyelids. Like, I don't think it's a flattering formula. Again, these look really stunning, but I just don't think they necessarily work on the eyes all that well. I just kind of wish it was a bit smoother. I think it's because it's got quite massive chunks of glitter in it, but they are really intense. I mean, I can see, you know, if you didn't have like lots of texture, it would probably look really gorgeous on you, but I just don't find that these necessarily suit me very well. So yeah, I have used them a few times since getting them, but not enough to justify the $40 price tag on these. So I kind of do regret getting these. I probably should have swatched them in store before I had actually bought them online, but that was, you know, that was obviously my mistake. And you know, you live and learn. Another MAC product that I almost forgot, but I noticed it sitting on my desk here, is this MAC Fix Plus Goldlite. When I first saw this on Beauty News, I was so intrigued. This just looked really interesting, and I think in theory it's cool, but in practice it just leaves chunks of glitter and like weird patches of gold on your face. It doesn't look good, especially as you get closer to the end. You know, to me, this part is not usable because you really do get massive patches, strange patches everywhere. And I just don't think it works. I think that the original Fix Plus is, you know, so much better. I did not like this at all. I don't know why I still have it on my desk. I really need to throw this out. Intrigued, but let down by this product, unfortunately. Okay, last purchase that was influenced by Beauty News were these Ella Cosmetics sponges. I have 6 of them. I love these sponges. I'm so glad they brought these to my attention because I think that they're a fantastic alternative to the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender in Australia is, I think, $28. When I bought this at the time, I think it was a pack of 2 for $20. It has increased in price to $30, but still at $15 a piece, it's so much more economical than the Beauty Blender. They're really stuffed. They expand to a good size that, you know, you can get a good coverage, and they also have this flat side. So if you like, you know, want to get into certain areas, it really does the job. I also did buy some of their brushes. So I've got this angled brush, which I used today to apply some black liner. I've also got I think this is some sort of powder brush. I think this is a really great brush. I've been actually quite impressed by the brushes that I've tried. I'd be curious to pick up more, but I have a brush problem. On top of that, I also need to do a brush declutter because I have so many brushes. I think there's synthetic brushes as well. So if you're wanting a synthetic option, a good synthetic brush option, these are good too. So thank you very much to Beauty News for bringing this brand to my attention. They're Australian as well, so awesome. Really, really happy with these sponges. That's why I've got so many of them. That's when you know you really like something, is when you have backups, like multiples of them. So those were all the things Beauty News made me buy. I'd be really interested to know if you were suckered into anything as well because of, you know, watching Kat and Hailey talk about them and rave about them. For the most part, I'm really happy with what I've tried. And you know, sometimes you just never know. Sometimes things are hit and miss, but I took the leap and I think for the most part it paid off. Go check out Mel's video, and I'm also going to tag a couple of people down below as well. So please go do this tag. If I haven't tagged you, please feel free to do it, because I'm so interested to see what other people have bought because of them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.